Hello, young souls. Parista here. Today's video is a Royale High guide for all players. Feel pleased if you wish as you watch the guide. Enjoy your time. Let's enter the game to begin the guide and head to Campus 4. You may lag depending on the device you use. Let's go get a locker. In this new current update, you don't necessarily need to place items in the locker. The class book will automatically appear in your toolbar. Now, let's head over to the dorms. I personally go down 8 doors for my dorm room, since 8 is my number. Lol. Why was I looking around like that? Anyway, let's go to the sleepover tower to claim a bed. If you see me in any server, you may use my bed in the sleepover tower. It's a bunk bed. Now, let's go inside my dorm room for a quick starter. I also have 2 extra beds in my dorm if you need to use them. First, if you have chat, dry and erase board. Dry and erase board is a better option. Now, if you look at the side menu of the game, you'll see a helmet that says decorate. Tap or click on it. Once you open that, make sure you're on the shop tab. Then scroll down where it says bed and more. Open that and get a bed. Preferably one that's not over 5k diamonds if you're a new player or a returning player with low diamond count. You can also add other items that can be placed in your dorm, not just furniture. Not all items in your inventory can be placed. Keep that in mind when you decorate your dorm. Quick, you have to hold and drag the item you want to place for it to appear. Do not just tap or click on the item or it won't show. Since the in-game time is about to hit 3 p.m., you'll get 3 homeworks to complete. You can either tap on the arrows on the screen or use AS on your keyboard. Of course, the last in-game minute has to drag out. Once I complete my homework, I'll show you souls around campus so you wouldn't get lost. Quick side note. Every time you level up, you'll get 1,800 diamonds. Campus 4 is one of the fastest ways to level up, based on my in-game experience. Now let's go do the Right here is the Grand Hall, the spawn point of the game and the lockers. You can also pick up loose diamonds in the Grand Hall as well. You will more likely to spawn in these two areas of the Grand Hall. Now, let's go to the Academy Canal. I'll admit, it's quite beautiful. Let's head over to the Royale Terrace, the old spawn of Campus 4. In this area, you'll see a pool, a lounge area, vending machines, lunch tables, and a shoreline. There is a mermaid quest, but I'll do that in a separate video. I'll do a quick time jump so you young souls wouldn't have to wait. Now that it is morning, the daily morning routine is where you do your morning care, as in shower, coffee, makeup, etc. You'll have to move fast, so make sure you have your run. That's in the bottom left corner of your screen. I'll go ahead and speed up the process of my morning routine. Now that my morning routine and breakfast is done, there's a couple of things I should tell you young souls about. Throughout Campus 4 in the classes, cafeteria, and the Royale Terrace, can find books and turn them in the library for more XP. You can collect over 35 books, but great way to gain diamonds. But I recommend getting some items before you go to Sunset Island. The art studio is one as well, to get diamonds, but you have 25s and the age of 30 plus to go into that realm. I'll talk about diamond farming a different video later on. I'll do a quick time lapse and explain a couple of things. Since class is starting, I'll explain how this system works. When you go to put it in your pen for your locker, you only have to put it in once when you join a server. Once the class book is in your toolbar, blue cyan colored arrows will appear, leading you to your class. Be sure to arrive on time for bonus XP. I'll do another time lapse, so you young souls know what to do. Now that the morning classes are done, there's one thing I forgot to mention. Eating breakfast and lunch in Campus 4 gives you a lot of XP. If you skip that, leveling up would be more tricky to do. Since I just leveled up, I unlocked a bubble in the mermaid shop. I'll explain about the mermaid shop in a different video for the mermaid quest. Now it's the last two classes of the day. Swim class. These two classes you have to time it or you'll be like me, who got knocked off 9 times. I'll let you young souls watch me get knocked off like a cartoon character. As you can see, I don't do well with the swim spinner. The baton race is different. Just like at the beginning of the video, you have 3 homework assignments to complete. Also, you can use side quests to gain a little extra XP, as well as stamping the returned books in the library. There's another class during the night at 11:11 p.m. Stargazing. A class where you can find stars to gain a good amount of XP. Falling stars, bright stars, rainbow stars, and an UFO. The rainbow stars and UFOs are quite rare to find during the stargazing class. From 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. in-game, you can complete the side quests while you wait for the stargazing class to start. I'll speed this part just a little, so you young souls can see what I do in this class, and you wouldn't have to wait for long. Now that the guide has come to an end, I'm pleased if this guide helped you young souls out. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell for more Royale High guides. I'll see you young souls in the next video. Farewell.